Stephen King, master of the entire genre of horror. Not only that, and a people guy in the entire world of fiction. Here's the thing. Ever since the guy released his first ever book, Carrie, back in the 1960s or whatever, he's built himself a reputation as the master of horror, and has solidified that with every other short story or future novel he would release. Starting with Carrie, and some of the books like Misery, It, The Shawshank Redemption, which goes through a drama and pull it off. Even the films like Stand By Me. He proved himself to be a master of fiction. And it's also why many of his books have received movie adaptations. The first one of these is being Carrie, which came out in the 1970s. It was by far one of the best adaptations of his work, even if the actress playing Carrie was a bit too old to actually be a teenager. And then we also factor in the fact how successful his subsequent adaptations have followed, such as Misery, which starred Kathy Bates and James Caan, and was directed by Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner will later come back to direct Stand By Me, which also did extremely well. And then came the 1990s, with some of Stephen, and that's not getting into The Shining, which was played by a bunch of production issues and production nightmare. Not to mention the hell that Stanley Kubrick put Shelley Duvall through, and let's not forget how often King clashed with Stanley Kubrick, and basically named that adaptation as one of the worst ever about his work. But let's put that all aside. Let's basically acknowledge something else. In the 1980s, two of the biggest adaptations of King's work came out. One was It, based off his novel about a group of kids who are haunted by a demonic being who takes on the form of a clown called Pennywise. And they will have to overtake him and conquer their fears in the process. And also, number two was The Shawshank Redemption, and, well, do I even need to say any more on that? And the movie adaptation of It, or the miniseries adaptation, would not be the first about Stephen King's work. Sure, it was the most popular of his. The other being Probably Bad, Under the Dome. Not the book, mind you, but the TV series. But honestly, now that people look back on it, that series has not aged well. The first one was obviously very good, but the second part, however, was actually pretty bad, honestly. And when you factor in the fact that it had one of the most iconic performances of Stephen King's work, which is Tim Curry as It, you have to admit, there was some quality to it. Now we have a new adaptation of King's work, which is It. Apparently been in development for several years. The film finally got an adaptation off the ground in the 2010s, when M&M Weekly came on to direct. Previously directed the 2013 Guillermo del Toro produced film Mama. And so yeah, we were pretty excited for that. Especially considering that one of the recent screenwriters that joined the film was Gary Doberman, known for his work on Annabelle Creation. It also had a great cast behind it. It's like a bunch of newcomers alongside Bill Skarsgard from the Divergent trilogy as Pennywise. So I honestly thought to believe this would actually be pretty good. Does it? Well, yes it does, guys. Yes, it does. I'm not much of a fan of the horror genre. It's just a hard genre for me to get into. I never really go to movies to be scared or be horrified and such. But I'll say this. This film did that in a big way. And a bunch of things that hold this movie up. Like, Stephen King's It is one of his biggest books ever. And in order to adapt a film like that, you have to have a strong attention to detail to ensure you get it all right. But granted that this film was actually based off only the first half of the novel, you can never tell that they didn't need to pile as many elements into it as they possibly could. So that gives them a better room to work with. Now to start with this film, we need to start off with the production design and the direction. Now, M&M Weekly may not have a lot of credits to his name, especially after Mama, but this film, you can definitely tell he's got a strong handle on giving this film like a 1980s horror film feel. Because a lot of those horror films that show back in the 80s, they always have a slow, unsettling tension about them that really puts you on edge. Andy Michel's direction, he really does capture it. And he's extremely good at making the camera work convey the kids' encounters with Pennywise, because those were actually extremely well shot, very suspenseful, and very unsettling. Seriously. Even if you can kind of see that Pennywise is going to show up, how he shows up and basically what happens when he shows up, that's just all the more frightening. I was genuinely frightened throughout this, and thanks to Andy Muschietti, I remain that way. Thank you, man. And granted, you can never tell here, Gary Documentary both have the idea that since we're adapting only the first half of Stephen King's work, like The Losers when they're kids, we basically just keep it that way, but we can also make the runtime long to give the time to develop the characters and not lose sight of the heart, story, and the other parts that make his story such as a compelling film. And with this film, and yeah, they definitely pull it off here, because not only original a horror novel, but it's also about the coming of age story for the kids, like the John Hughes variety. It actually shows them not just overcoming their fears and rising above Pennywise to make it out in the end, but they also shows them overcoming the people in the past that are haunting them, like Bill's getting over the fact that he lost his brother years ago. Like Beverly's trying to get over the fact that she has an abusive father and wants to escape him, etc. And I gotta be honest, and even Shay does a great job of conveying that sense of hopelessness in the kids. Like, no one's gonna help us. No one even knows what's going on. So it's up to us. It's only us that can take him out. And if we have to do it on our own, then screw the others. We're gonna do it on our own. And yeah, let's get into the cast. Let's get to the cast of characters and pick out the best. And honestly, let's start the best. Well, what's fun, folks? Bill Skarsgard as Pennywise. That guy scared the crap out of me. Seriously, because I really loved Andy Muschiett's direction. He basically used a camera trick to give him make like his eyes glow, to give him like the fact that yes, he is a demonic creature. I really love that they kept that part in. I thought that was really absent in the Tim Curry adaptation. But yeah, it definitely not only does it give you the fact that he's a demonic creature from another universe, but also gives a man a really haunting sense of dread that only demons can appear to the people that they're going after. And I'm being serious. That actually works really well because sometimes when one confronts demons, they appear only to that person whom they want to appear to. They don't really appear out in public unless they want other people to see them. And the reason why Pennywise appears only to the kids is because it's their fear that he feeds off of. They're his reason for living, and so it makes sense why he would only appear to them. And I also thought that was extremely cool and really fun. That was great. As for the rest of the cast, I won't name all their names because I can't name them all. I do like the fact that they brought on Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. That was good as the bespectacled kid. I think the cast members equipped themselves rather well, and you can definitely buy into the emotional reasons behind they are what they are. Like the bully that picks on them, he's being bullied by his own father, who's a policeman. Like Bill can't get over the fact that he lost his brother and desperately wants to find him. Beverly wants to escape with an abusive father, but has no idea how to. He even confronts her when she does something he doesn't approve of. Basically, yeah, you can basically buy into all the things that go on here, and it definitely gives this film it's a dread and hopelessness in a good way, because it basically makes the kids realize that in order to get past what fears them, they have to stand up, face them, and take a stand. And I really love that they do that. That was really nice. So in the end, guys, yeah, no bones about it. I love this film. Not only is Andy Muschietti extremely incredible as a director, not only is he able to properly convey the heart, tension, hopelessness, and fear of Pennywise in that The Losers Club, but he also manages to make the 1980s aesthetic stick. Not to mention the fact that Bill Skarsgård knocks it out of the park as Pennywise even more than Tim Curry did. And all the kids are excellent as the Losers Club. I can't wait for Chapter 2, seriously. And overall, I would believe people might say it's one of the best adaptations of King's work in a long time. So yeah, not gonna mince words. I'm gonna give this film a 9 out of 10. I may not have seen many Stephen King adaptations. I can definitely admit that. But honestly, I haven't seen a horror film that actually entertained me in such a long time. So, good job. and Pennywise. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot, guys. If you like what you saw, then let me know what's going on. It's good to see you guys after a too long break. I wanted to review a new film for you guys earlier, but there weren't any new films in theaters, and I was still working on. I'm working on a throwback movie review before Kingsman: The Golden Circle comes out. That's what I want to get back to you guys on. In a few days, I will be working on 2 new videos for you guys. Finally, my Transformers: The Last Night review and special comment on the franchise. And last but not least, I'm doing a throwback adaptation of Kingsman: The Secret Service. Anticipation for the Kingsman: The Golden Circle. One of the best adaptations I'm looking forward to, or sequels I'm looking to. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Be sure to hit the button there to contribute to my page, and I will see you guys soon. Until then, I'm Ross. You're watching M&M Weekly, guys. Good to see ya. So long.